Be a street, some carry streets on rap game with no treat feet. That bitch say he got sweet through. So my give her that sweet meat. My give her that not meat. My spinner get funky. My spitting through finger booth. My things that you're partly. Long chilling between moons, smoking sugar from heaven. My spinner send you back to school. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Come take a look at these shiny germs. My is hot like a desert. I'm with some holes like a farming germs. They call my gun get treasure. They call me my the knapper. The nice Colombian fur. They call me my the knapper. But they should be calling me sir. You know, as a matter of fact, I am never lied, I never know. I am so fly, I never know. I am never lied, I never know. They call me my the knapper. The nice Colombian fur. They call me my the knapper. But they should be calling me sir. You know, as a matter of fact, I am never lied, I never know. I am so fly, I never know. I am never lied, I never know. They call me tired, but I am bidding fire. My watch sitting nice, it's a wizard me. There's such a tired, my bitch, anxiety, right? My dick like a daddy sweat. My is getting hungry. They say you are what you eat. The right, I eat so much pussy. I'm almost a good effort. I'm a carry, Jay, and I'm a these bars, and I dick like I'm eating bars. You're gonna tell me I'm over and come back. Whole game on my back, I'm not here. Now you can see me, I'm drunk, see now with the ring, but I read it. Holy fuck, my is so pretty. Nobody don't hear when I play without beating. They call me my the knapper. The nice Colombian fur. They call me my the knapper. But they should be calling me sir. You know, as a matter of fact, I am never lied, I never know. I am so fly, I never know. I am never lied, I never know. They call me my the knapper. The nice Colombian fur. They call me my the knapper. But they should be calling me sir. You know, as a matter of fact, I am never lied, I never know. I am so fly, I never know. I am never lied, I never know.
For whatever reason, my OBS is like, oh, here, let me not register the fucking everything. Alright, let's see. They should all be working now, and I did change the follower and test animations, so all of that should be working now. At least now it shouldn't be like blasting my eardrums 17 million times. At least, hopefully, let me take a look. We'll see. Some of the settings don't look like they saved, so it's a 30% chance. It's cool that I'm live streaming, yes. Hey, that works inside the majority of high school or whatever school you're in. It's just gonna be a waste of time. Gotta end like now in my class. This is convenient. I can't imagine what it'd be like being in high school, college, anything like that with... There, let me turn that down. Anything like that. I feel like that would just be so ungodly boring. Like, the only thing interesting about high school was going to there and meeting the people. Not going there and just sitting around watching lectures on your computer all day. God, shoot me in the fucking head. It sounds so boring. It's so annoying. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You're in middle school. Oof. Even more boring then. Although I guess it doesn't really matter as much. It's really only high school that really benefits from that in person. But I don't know. Let's do... I don't know. Should we go over this? Or should we go over the new stuff that was leaked? Let's try that. Let me flop open... Where is it at? I know Black Hat Gaming had something like that, so let's take a look here. Hat Gaming. There we go. Let's just take a look here. Yoink, and we'll mute that just in case it has copyrighted music. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can find here. We got a new decor item of some sort. Honestly, it kind of looks like that, what is it? Kind of looks like that plasma thing. I know there's like some weird module that you can get that enhances your plasma shots, like this power unit here. God, that power supply unit thing is overpowered. Thing's good. Reduces charging time by 26%, speed by 30%, optimal range by 20%. I mean, that's pretty good. 2 Helioses plus that. Good shit. Alright, you do your lunch thing. Now, so I've actually gone back on a diet, so I've been, like, restricting myself to, like, 1,200-ish calories a day unless I work out. And then I'm only allowed whatever I work off. Okay. So it doesn't quite look like that. But it has, like, a similar aesthetic to that. I'm curious if that'll be, like, the same thing just for engines. Here we go. Let me roll that back. So this right here looks like that relic cannon. This one you've actually been seeing on the Firestarters faction. It basically shoots a projectile and it lights a little pool of fire underneath them, so that'll be interesting to see how effective that is. It just depends on how its durability and weight messes with everything, because I could imagine that being popular for anti-dog builds. And then we have a nice, lovely little relic spark here of some sort. I'm guessing it's going to be the exact same thing as the old spark, except probably a bit more damage. I mean, let me look at those stats when compared to the other one. So let's go to weapons. Let's go to unique ones if I had to guess. No, I don't care about that. Well, no, I want to see its parameters. Will you give me that? Here we go. Sweet. You know Tree Burgers? Well, I don't know him. I've seen him on YouTube and here and there, but I don't quote-unquote know him. No, I need the stats of it. So that's going to be the only way I can get the stats. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. So now we can do a side-by-side comparison. Any one of those videos? Hey, congratulations then. Honestly, I've been in other videos too, but not as like a featured guest, so I've always like someone in the background. So let's take a look here. Damage is about the same. Fire rate is about the same. Range is about the same. Accuracy and time to overheating, exactly the same. I'm not quite sure what that 5C thing is supposed to be. It has more durability. Its weight's not listed. It appears to be corrupted of some sort. And see, this spark reduces cabin power, which basically means it slows you down. No, well, congratulations. Racing all day. Also, I haven't done racing in ages because I don't really give a shit about them. Yeah, so we got a little bit of a useful weapon here. I'm just curious as to what its perk is. I'm assuming Mr. G has it too, but it was a funny thing seeing Mr. G's video, and he positions himself right over the BH logo so he doesn't get flamed out in the comments. It's hilarious. The issue is there's no English translations here. And of those, they're all shit. Okay, let's take a look at this. 10 ammunition, decent damage. Again, I have no idea what it says. A bit slow, a bit inaccurate. Doesn't really have terribly great range. But it seems to be doing alright. I mean, the fire pool of damages will be the big thing. Plus that HP is decent. You could realistically only have 2 of these on a car at a time. But theoretically, you could have 3. Oh wait, no, let's see. A cabin gives you a maximum of 12 and 16, so yeah, no. You'd only be able to have 2 of these. Try Minecraft. Maybe, at some point. Well, I see 2 Firestars raid, and they have those cannons. Yep, they do, but I'm more than certain they're just gimped down to the nth degree to make sure they don't one-shot you. No idea what they say. We'll see if Mr. G's weapon, Mr. G's video has any extra insight but I have a sneaking suspicion it's just going to be his opinions and no extra insight. Because all we need is translations. Oh, interesting. Is all it's going to be is... Like, does it heat up the parts it hits, or does it leave a fire pool behind? Because if it leaves a fire pool behind, that'd be great. Looks like new paints, but they look like the style of the Kinetcher's raid. So I'm assuming all this is going to be released around the Night Riders event. Same promotional material, new decor item. A couple of large maps here. So it looks like we have... If I had to guess, this is probably a convoy map. Because you have these long stretches of road here. And I'm assuming it terminates up here at that door. So like you'd probably come through here or like somewhere up here and then out here. Said he has COVID though. That doesn't sound like it's too bad for him. I mean, the majority of COVID patients, especially if you're a healthy-ish person, is basically like just a prolonged flu. Should be nothing for most people. I mean, if I had COVID, I'd probably be a little bit of a sketchier situation considering I have asthma. So I already have weakened lungs. Okay. Looks pretty decent, though. I do like the curviness of this map, though, so it doesn't just like a giant straight line. And we only have one convoy map, so it would be good if we could have a bit of a variation here. So it looks like we got, you know, an old river delta, goes out onto a little service, you have a highway above. I'm guessing these are like two factory buildings. We got a toppled over building here. Got some trees everywhere. Pretty decent stuff. Sorry, I'm just doing that so I don't get kicked out for idleness. Convoys are annoying. They're alright. What pisses me off, though, is recently these motherfuckers over at Targem nerfed the crap out of the rewards for a lot of the raids. So legitimately, there's only like 1 or 2 raids that give you full rewards, and that's like Frontier Defense. So Frontier Defense is the only one that gives you full rewards now. All the other raids give you 2/3 reward. What? They just nerfed the rewards again for the majority of people. Because no one in their right freaking mind is going to want to do a 14-minute Frontier Defense mission. Yeah, they just elongated the grind yet again. It was a marginal increase in the grind, but it's still an increase in the grind nonetheless. Oh, that's some bullshit. Not to mention it makes my guides outdated because a lot of the guides I said, just do data theft and war for fire because those are easy, you get full rewards, and you get some decent stuff now. To be fair, though, they've changed a lot of things. Like, they also changed this reward system, or not this reward system. Where's the badges at? Fuck, how do we get to badges here? There we go. Challenges over here. They completely changed this, so now it's like a random rotating selection of units and badge costs, with the only thing staying consistent being the 2 crates. So why they decided to change that, I have no idea. Because they're all completely random, and majority of the time, they're not worth it. The majority of the time now, it's Pathfinder's crate that's worth it, like, to the nth degree. Look, let me show you. I have an outdated version of my badge sheet, but it shows you the general trend. There we go. So if you look here now, you can see that the majority of these badge missions don't earn you shit, son. They legitimately don't earn you shit. It's pretty bad. It's legitimately only this one that's worth it. All the other ones have been substantially nerfed. So you can see electronics used to be like 0.9, or sorry, 0.1, 0.09, like pretty high up there. Same thing with plastics, but now it's going down to 0.8 or 0.08, 0.06. Ooh. Stream Minecraft reviews. I hope we'll see, my dude. I haven't had a terribly big itching for Minecraft right now. I know though Minecraft is like super big on YouTube. Fuck, I've seen so many people play Minecraft now just for a hot sick a bunch of money. Especially now with the PewDiePie hopping in that thing and he's the biggest dude. Alright, back to the maps though. It looks like here we got yet another, I'm assuming what looks like a PvP map. I'm assuming both teams are going to spawn in each one of these hemispheres. There's going to be a neutral point right here that you can get to. I'm assuming here would be a lot of good sniping ground. I'm assuming these are going to be elevated. These little platforms here. Same thing back here with a vantage point to shoot down. So, I could see that being it. I'm not quite sure what this is going to be. I'm assuming that's just be for flavor for the map to pizzazz it out. Either these are ramps or these are just going to be walls that you can fire upon. It would actually be interesting if they actually incorporated destructible environments into this too. So I wonder if any of these shrubbery around here is going to be able to be knocked down. But there does appear to be greenery in a few of these locations. And there doesn't seem to be too much signs of debris. Like, it doesn't look like a wasteland map. So it almost looks like a map themed... Like, it almost looks like a base, like an occupied base, a properly fortified position that's well maintained. Because I don't see any obvious signs of, like, huge debris piles. And the texture appears to be all sand. Of course, these are just renders of the map. They're not actual video of it, so we don't know what it actually looks like. That's one thing to see. What's the next one looking like? Okay, this one's really in beta shape. They don't even have ground textures, it looks like. Looks like we got some roofing here, some shipping containers, train tracks that go through all 3 buildings here, with a little bit of backwash here. And I'm assuming these are going to be traversable, because they do look somewhat like it. So it looks like you got some brawling territory in here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a ramp or a roof. It'd also be nice if we didn't have that text in the way. So we have a nice like central sorting line right here too. Potentially a few ways to get inside the maps. There's a giant hole here and here. I see some icons right there, but I'm not quite sure what they are. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a PvE map or a PvP map. I'm assuming it looks like a PvE map, because there's no obvious point in which it's all supposed to be funneled, because this map actually looks quite large. So I'm assuming this is going to be a War for Fire data theft mission. Probably not a perimeter breach mission, because it doesn't look like it has the necessarily snaking tunnel for a perimeter breach mission. What else could it be? Any tips for getting level reputation? I legitimately made a video while I was on vacation. Right here, this little thing. So you can watch this. Shwink, shwink. And that'll give you general tips on how to level up. So take a look at that. Take a look at that. I need to get a bot for that at some point, just to answer your questions. But yeah, I'm guessing it's a PvE map. Definitely looking like it. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure how this would guide people. It's a very open map. Now this one, as you can tell, is a gargantuan map. Only 2 watching. Yes. I mean, I just started the stream, 20 minutes ago, and I'm not like the most popular. Although it does remind me, I forgot to post my stream in... here we go. Forgot to post my stream in the crossout Discord. Oh no, that is my YouTube video, not my stream. I need to get a stream. Sorry, 1 second. Shrink. There we go. Looks like a delay. Okay, 11-second delay. Yeah, I'll say it's going to be a bit of a delay regardless, because YouTube has to do I mean, I have to upload it, compress it, send it off through the internet. YouTube gets it, transcodes it, and then sends it out to you. So it's going to be a bit of a delay. Alright, so let's take a look through here. We got a super, super large map here. So there's quite a few things this could be. Quite a few things this could be. As you can see here, we have... Actually, yes. Wait a second here. You can see here we have that snaking estuary-like pathway that terminates here. Then we have a stretch of road with a highway coming across over it, with two buildings right here and here. Which means this is a smaller version of this. Interesting. Do they have the other factory buildings? Yes, here we go. See, we have the three right here. You can see it's shifted in perspective. So instead of this being on the left side, it's over here on the right side now. Yeah. So this appears to be a stitching together of all those other various maps. I don't quite see where the other ones are, but you can kind of see like 4 distinct themes here. Everything Acrorius, welcome back, my Deuterino. Yeah, so we have one map right here and one map right here. I'm not quite sure where the little heart-shaped map went, but we could also have another map here, another map here, another map here, another map here. I mean, we have a lot of potential here. It's a lot of stitching together of a bunch of their maps. Or it could be cleaving of a bunch of their maps, too. That could be another thing. So it's a bit interesting to see. This is definitely going to be a very large PvE map of some sort. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be like the adventure mode map, which if you don't know, the adventure mode map is absolutely gargantuan. I'm not quite sure I'll be able to show you the whole thing. Yeah, so as you can see here, this map is absolutely huge. I'm over here in this little bottom left corner, and we just have all of this here that you can work with here. And this is probably the equivalent to, like, 8 or 9 maps stitched together. It's a super, super large map. Wow, I earned a solid nothing. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, so that could be another potential one of those. This is where maybe the story will end up. Maybe we'll get a continuation of the Ravagers faction storyline of some sort. But hard to say. I don't see any obvious signs of like Ravager infestations. But that could just be because the detailing for this map is not quite up to par. Looks like we also have a pier of some sort over here. A loading dock, maybe. And you have some water here. So it'll be interesting to see how that water turns out. Because I think that'll be the first time they do a large-scale body of water like that that isn't acid. Yeah, the storyline might be interesting. The only downside is, it'll be hard to say, because anything they release, they're going to have to release it with a pack in order to make profit. Because otherwise they just can't release content with nothing monetizing it, otherwise they don't earn shit. I'll be interested to see how this turns out, though. I mean, yeah, the solar array here, shipping yard, highway access, river here. Not quite sure what this is. Kind of looks like a military complex. Power source of some sort, maybe, because it kind of looks like that. It'll be interesting to see. I wonder if we'll actually have access to this full map, or if really the only drivable areas are, like, these little swiggle bits. Yeah, adventure mode is pretty good. If you're into long-form storylines that are very cheesily written out, that'll be all good for you. Oh yeah, plus they have a bot for this Miss Mel character. Apparently she was very popular in the European server space. So that's good they're immortalizing one of their beloved people. That's kind of good. I mean, overall, I do like the idea of having more maps and more areas to play in. I mean, the big thing for me right now is that I want new game modes. I want new modes in PvP, in PvE, whatever you have it. Because right now, the only modes they've ever introduced have been in brawls. So that would be, say, the Battle Royale. They had that Tusk mission. They had that Halloween balloon mission for a hot second. I mean, there's been a lot of things here that they've been working with, and that hasn't really changed like the core gameplay loop in many, many years. I mean, ever since I've played beta, I've played this game very similar. I mean, very, very, very similar. I played this game very similar for many, many years now. There hasn't been anything to break up the monotony of it. I mean, even Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, any other team-based kind of like shooter game has a very, I don't want to say very distinct feature, but they have different modes to work with here. Do you know how to get money fast on Xbox? On Xbox specifically, no, but I do have a video detailing ways you can make money, so you can take a look at that if you want to give it a gander. Let me take a look here if I can find it. Doodle-doodle-doo. Here we go. This is a studio version. Here, so you watch that if you want to learn how to make money. It's a bit of a guide there to work with. Yeah, I need to make money too. Do you get anything from adventure mode, like parts? You get crafting material of some sort, so you can get all of the basic crafting material, like copper and scrap, but you can also get this crafting material called engravings, which no one really gives a shit about. No one cares. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. So that could be... Yeah, and you can use those to make certain faction-based weapons. So if you go over here, you can pretty much make everything in this mode. These all required engravings of some sort that you can utilize. The issue is no one really cares for them, even in the slightest. Can't make any of the relics. It's only this stuff in below. Some stickers, some pipes, some fidgets. I think actually none of them are worth anything. Because if I remember correctly, all of them are out of meta. So all of them have like a negative crafting margin, I believe. Let me take a look here. Yeah, all of them have a negative crafting margin. It looks like a significant negative crafting margin too, because... Let me take a look here. Yep, the Imp is a negative $100. Oof. All of the decor are like a negative $50. The Piercer is a negative $46. The Fidget's a negative $48. Wow. That shit is rough, my dude. No one wants to purchase this stuff at all. Lols. Yeah, it's a strangely negative. Like, you guys didn't even see it, but super negative here. Like, that's... You're losing nearly 100 coins every time you craft one of these items. It's that bad. I mean, I can see why, though. Look at that. Piercers, it's a special tier rarity, which usually sells for around 100 coins, selling for 56. A Fidget, usually around 400 coins, selling for 305. Woohoo! The Imp, I'm not sure why. Imp's actually in a decent price range. So I'm curious as to why that's so bad. Its crafting parts must be stupidly expensive. Yeah, I can see why. Colossus and the Bigfoots right now. Very expensive items. Plus 800 electronics. Is that higher than usual? Because 800 electronics seems a bit high. Yep, it is higher. Oof! Yes, look at that! Look at that! The Fidgets even... the Imps cost more to craft than the average legendary item. Why? They're shit. They are legit shit. Okay. Okay. And they're not even that durable. 100 freaking parts. That's why I buy them. Just buy them, man. I'm not gonna buy them. It's a shit weapon. I have no use for it. Plus, I hate short-range weapons. But PS 1200, pretty much like every other legendary part. If anything, the parts I want right now... Here we go. Oh, that's right. I said we're gonna look at... I keep getting distracted here. I said we're gonna look at Mr. G's video here to see what's going on here. Let me take a look here. Just making sure everything's set up here properly. Okay. Let me turn off the music so you can hear this. What does Mr. Chief have to offer us here?
Alright, guys.
Look at that, wearing a mask in a video inside his house too. So let's hear his opinion on these new relic guns here. We need to turn it up, otherwise you can't hear him.
We got first out the door, particle cannon. Let's take a peek at this thing. I mean, it looks, is it a relic version of the Spark? It looks like it, as I can't read Cyrillic Russian. That's about all I can tell you right now. Is it...
Man, fuck, it is easy being a high-end YouTuber. It is easy being a high-end YouTuber. All you gotta do is literally rehash other people's content and bam, make fucking 5K views.
Looks like basically an upgraded version of the Spark, of the Tesla. Next out the chute, you guys have seen this one teased before. We've got a double-barreled relic mammoth turreted cannon. It's massive. So this thing, word on the street is it's going to fire incendiary shells. That's what it looks like anyway. Still a little bit hard to tell. You can see there's the crafting recipe for this bad boy. In this shot right here, you can see...
I love how his subscribe animation too was placed down too low so it clipped through the end of the video.
It mounted on this vehicle here. It looks like it's...
Why is he doing it? Why is he doing a panning shot in every single one of his sections?
Got an open back, kind of like the mammoth. But what's interesting is you can see here from this damage shot, it kind of appears like it does fire 2 shells. I don't know, maybe you double tap it like the Corvo, and then it reloads, or maybe it fires both at the same time. Not sure. We got a new decor item here. I don't know why you'd want to hitch with a bucket.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's a hitch with a bucket on it. And then some leaks of maybe some potential new maps that look like they're a work in progress. You can see this guy, and then this one here, and last but not least, this map here. It's gonna be shorty, guys.
No, you oh my god. Even when he's rehashing people's content, he misses shit. Oh my god.
Because, you know, breathing sucks right now, and this is all the talking I want to do for today. But be good out there, stay safe, wear your mask. Take it. I need to shave. We're gonna be back to bearded G here in a minute.
That's funny. And yes, I watch all my videos at 1.5 to 2 times speed because I'm impatient, and also a lot of people who make long form factor videos are very verbose for whatever reason. Of course, I'm in a live stream, so it's a different setting entirely. But there are people who make like 20 fucking minute videos over a topic that can be succinctly covered in maybe 5. Maybe 5.
Catch you guys on the next one. Mr. G.
I just still find it hilarious though. Just find it hilarious. The dude fucking missed information. And it's not like this video was super long too. It is a 2.5 minute video. 2.5 minute video. Hi, yes, thank you, McElroy. What's up there, Hannah? How you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, so that's just funny to me. Fuck. What I could do is I could literally cut up this stream segment right now and upload that to YouTube, and that would be basically the equivalent, except I actually gave an in-depth analysis, at least somewhat, on the brand new maps and gave my opinions of them. My god. Beautiful stuff here, people. Beautiful stuff. Fuck, that makes me irritated sometimes because I can spend like a couple of hours editing a video, putting proper text there so people can read it, and doing all this to post it on Reddit, giving a full typed up summary of everything, of all my tips, and do all these things to make it at least a semi-usable guide. And then someone comes in here with a 2-minute video that fucking misses content that he stole from literally one guy's channel. Hilarious. What's even funnier too is that there was a Reddit video. There was a not Reddit video, but Reddit post. Let me take a look here. Nah, here we go. It's from this post here. So someone took a screen cap of that video on their phone, or probably not even on their phone, maybe on their desktop. Oh, I didn't even realize they added that. And then re-uploaded this to the fucking page. So it was one dude who got the sources from someone else, and then someone else re-uploading that content, and then Mr. G uploading that content, and then someone else screen capping that shit and putting it on Reddit for free karma points. Ah! Hilarious. Hilarious. That's YouTube sometimes. A lot of YouTube is literally just people recycling content. Hilarious. Yeah, a lot of re-uploaders. I mean, he seems like an update. I mean, he has to be a good dude for him to be getting as much attention as he does. I mean, I'm not knocking him down. I'm not saying he's a shit content creator. I'm just pointing out the obvious hilarity of someone re-uploading, like, other people's content, like, 7 times. Gave a fucking telephone. Hilarious. Alright, I'm going to have to wait on those bats and twin ST wheels. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who are these idiots? It's gone from $56 to $60. So in the span of less than maybe 30 minutes, someone has already jacked up the price 5 coins. Why are you making shivs? Because shivs are profitable right now, at least generally speaking. So if you come over here to fire starters, organized by crafting margins, you can see that shivs here have a crafting margin of around 20-ish coins right now. If they're not profitable, I make them, like, I've been making shivs and Bigfoot steering wheels. So what I do is that I pick up a bunch of those equipment, make it, and then sell it when it's actually worthwhile. I just wait for the price to go back up. Thanks to your reviews, I now have the money so I can buy better equipment. Nice, well that's good to hear. It's a few tips like that, crafting items, getting fuel, a few things like that helps you get so much money, and then over the course of a couple of hours, you earn a lot. I said twin wheels because they're up a lot. Maybe. Let me take a look. Scavengers. No, 7 wolves. Oh yeah, absolutely. Look at that. Those bad boys are expansive. Selling for a hot 34 coins a piece. It's beautiful. I'm assuming that's a price spike, though, because I'm assuming they're not consistently at 74%. Yeah. So they're consistently around the $56 range, and then they just randomly were spiked up to $50 right now. Yeah, looks like... Yeah. What looks like happens is that someone bought a bunch of the twin wheels and is jacking up the price right now. Because this is classic market manipulation. If you can't see this right now, it's a little bit hard to see. This gray line represents sell offers, which is how many people are selling the item, and that has dramatically gone down, indicating that someone is manipulating the market right now, which happens all the time. A bunch of rich people in like the top 100 clans manipulate the market all the time to do things like that. It wouldn't be the first time. So let me take a look here. Well, what is their selling price right now? Yep. They manipulated it, but the market quickly adjusts because people tend to offload a lot of their product when people manipulate the market like that. But you can usually make some pretty good money. So it's the best way in my game, just crafting items and selling it. Generally, that's like the easiest way to make money, is crafting items that are profitable. Big emphasis on profitable items. You don't want to just make like any item, because as we've seen, items in the engineer category, like these fidgets and imps, are absolutely god-awful in terms of profitability. So you want to make sure that whatever item you're making, it's profitable. So that might change, because if you're on console, what you want to do is that you're probably going to have to manually calculate how much these are going to cost you. Because I only have PC price numbers. I don't have console price numbers right now. So you have to go through, add up each one of these items, add up the cost of crafting all of this, add up the cost of 15. Now, that being said, a lot of this can be standardized. Because what you can do is that you can just keep this as a relatively flat number. The price of all of this. Actually, you know what? I could probably make this into a spreadsheet almost. Because all of these are going to be fixed numbers. So what I could do... Let me take a look here. Drive... Open that bad boy up. So what I could do is I could take the selling price number of the lots, create a tab down here for like special blue and epics, and then just add all of that up. So then all you need to plug in is just the cost of whatever items you're buying, and that'll spit out whether or not it's worthwhile at that point. But I ain't doing that right now. A lot of work. A lot of work. Alright, I gotta go. Alright, take care, Elroy. Take care. I'll play with 3 autocans. They're pretty good. So you can survive in games. Well, surviving in games, a lot of that comes down to building. And that's just learning how to build effectively so that your weapons are safe, your fuel barrels and other explosives are safe, and that you just have a general appropriate level build for everything. So what I'd recommend doing is... I recommend... Like, the build guide is probably the best thing, like the beginner build guide. Probably going to be the best thing to show you how to build effectively. Is that spreadsheet somewhere to download? Yeah, if you go to the... Let me pull up that video for you. Because it was in that video description. It was on... Is it, not build guide. That coin guide. Doodly-doodly-doodly-doo. Here we go. There we go. So then if you pop down here, the spreadsheet is right here. Fire and war. Ooh, ooh, come never, come and look upon the hot, upon the hot. Ooh. Yeah, there's that ghoul doxing you were looking at earlier. And what you want to do is that you just make a copy of it. Yeah, say under the cabin, best place to usually hide it, since you are unlikely to break your stuff from above. Now, of course, that doesn't protect you from fire, but nothing can really. Alright, one second. Let me get some water, and we'll be right back. Yes. Let's see what can I do here. Oh, hey, all that stuff just changed. Neato. Base rig, there we go. Alright, one second. Look at that, everyone having to go all of a sudden. Dun dun dun. Oh no. What happened? The world collapsed and the time it was gone. I can understand. I can understand. Let me take a look here. What challenges do I have to do right now? I need to do some electronics runs right now, so why not? Let's plop a few of those. Yeah, see, watch this. I'm going to do some data theft missions here, and you're going to see the bullshit arena that these missions have become. I still find it funny. They literally nerfed. I mean, I don't want to say it was the best way, but you get 4 awards for a decent chunk of time. That was a good thing. Obnoxious. I'm curious as to why they did that. They always say it's because they want to make everything level and fair. So what they do is that they always adjust everything to the shittiest here. They never bump anything up. I've never seen them buff rewards for a raid before. They haven't buffed them, I don't think, ever, really. I know it may seem like copper was buffed, but that was only because they changed the amount of copper in the game. For whatever reason, they changed copper so that it had more units, so it's actually difficult to tell, at least comparatively. Yeah, you'll be fine. Oh, yep, there's that cannon dude in the backdrop. Is he firing barrels? Oh, no. That's fine. Just start the engine. Beautiful, boys. Yeah, they're always going straight for the point. They know they want that 5 points. They're ravenous. I mean, I can understand. Decent chunk of change. Where you at? Come over here. No, he's just porcupine, dude. It would be kind of nice if the cohort stuff could actually affect towers, too. I know the cohort stuff can actually affect cabins. So that's actually kind of nice. Yoink. So if you ever want to get like a nice little easier way to do convoy missions, getting the cohort cabin, actually not too bad of an idea. And I actually want to start trying to use hovers at some point in time. Was that the cannon dude? It was. So what I need to do, at some point I need to go and purchase some hovers. I'm going to need some, at least 8 hovers. I'll probably start with 6, see if that's enough, and then maybe bump up to 8. The issue is that getting 8 hovers at 360 coins a piece right now, it's just so expensive. So expensive. Not to mention part intensive. You have the video how the spreadsheet works. I mean, yeah, that's the money-making video, the how to make coins in crossout. That explains how it is. But I mean, all you do is that you literally just plug in all of the data values off the page. So if you have a number of lots for anything, you just plug in 2.5 lots. And stuff like that. I'll give it a little explanation. What's about. Give me a second. Get bean. Goodness me. I like to use some Sinus for raids. Yeah, it's pretty power score efficient and damage efficient. I know a lot of people have been using those for a hot second. But I don't really care too much for them. They're alright. I thought about doing a build guide for a nice, cheap power score build for PvE. Maybe things using like growls and vectors. And maybe only using like engineer parts. So that pretty much anyone can build it. And see if stats can work. Because the main thing is just getting it so it's up there in the 5k range to do hard raids. Please do, because I'd noob. Maybe at some point. I just gotta figure out what would be a good build to try. The main thing is just getting your power score up high. Because a lot of people, you can actually do alright in a build like that if you just use like shitty chords. Because I've done raids before where I've literally just used chords and it works just fine. So what I think about doing, maybe I could do it so like I maybe aim for like level 10, maybe 15 in engineers, use all the parts up till then, and see if that helps. Because that'd be super nice. Excluding any faction parts. And then seeing what I can buy off the market that would be worthwhile. I mean, you could probably get away with using, say, 6 medium steering wheels, a bunch of chords. I don't want to say a docker cabin. You probably want something that has a decent amount of energy, so you're probably going to be using something like a growl, or maybe it's probably not going to be a bat, because that thing's expensive. Oh, interesting. It's a rupture on the top of your car. I was wondering what the fuck that was. Bye-bye. Can I change my raid build easy without a shotgun for the daily challenge? Nice. That's pretty good. I haven't really used shotguns too much. I really just don't care. Like, the extra 75 scrap I'd get from it, sure, probably worth it. Same time, I also don't care. I just don't find shotguns enjoyable enough to force myself to play them. Oh, hey, look, there's Cannon Dude in the backdrop. Yep, looks like it's a quick double fire there. Interesting. Shoot me again. Yep, it's a quick double tap. Interesting. That's kind of nice to see. Plus, it leaves a trail of fire behind, too, that heats up your cabin. Not too shabby. See, at least I can do some research here. But when I play, I get destroyed in like 2 seconds because of that bad. Yeah. I'd recommend just checking out where your explosives are placed, because that could be a big thing. That's what usually kills a lot of people in one hit. Make sure you have a decent chunk of armor, and just make sure your guns are appropriate for your power score. I mean, you don't want to go into like a 12k power score game with like Avengers or something like that, or little judges. That's an easy way to get yourself beamed. Whew. I gotta put the challenge. I'm more of an autocannon and cannon dude. Yeah, so I can see that. Autocannons are quite nice. You can just stay way far in the back and be nice and safe. Especially if you got like jewels or something like that, or rapiers. I don't even own those. Oh no, where'd my car go? I'm gimped. To be fair though, I've taken a lot of damage. I might have probably taken over to 6,000 damage there. But we can see him. We can try to do a little build there and see if that'll work out for people. Yoink. There we go. There goes the double tap cannon again. My best gun is a defender? That's not too bad then. Defenders are quite nice. Must die. There we go. You just keep him down. Oh, look at that. That thing won't even blow up. Cute. And tip himself over too. Beautiful. Yeah, I say defenders are pretty much a good weapon to try. Super high damage. Stays on pretty much the entire fight. Downside is just trying to manage the limited angles, where you're positioned, things like that. Let's take a look at that score. Okay, so 1100, not too bad. The amount of electronics seems low. What do I have listed as the average electronics? That boss shit. Ooh. Yeah, so that sounds about right. Ooh, flexing like sickest. Yeah, sure, not too bad. Alright, so data theft seems alright. Oh, it seemed a bit longer than usual. Not too bad then. Yeah, it's funny, look at this though. These are about roughly the same mission, except I get 3 more electronics there, which is a significant increase. Same as Perimeter Breach though. Interesting, this only had 16 in it too. Interesting. The issue is Perimeter Breach is not the fastest mission to do. The thing is, Perimeter Breach could be faster. The issue is you literally have to wait for them to spawn, because they spawn so infrequently. 3 storms for 7,800, it's not too bad. Never to replace things, so that's why I died. So like I said though, that beginner build guide, like I said, best thing, a lot of things in there to teach you how to build effectively, how to mount your weapons, how to do your frames, stuff like that, so that you can actually live a little bit longer there. So try that out at first and see if you can learn anything from there. If not, you can come back and ask me questions, because I just don't want to rehash myself for 20-ish minutes. Shrink. So enjoy that. Okay. Alright, so someone wanted to know how to use this spreadsheet real quickly. So what your spreadsheet will look like, you'll have all of this emptied out here. And the reason why is that they changed it so that, oops, that is wrong window. They changed it so that the badge exchange goes on a rotation every week, so it doesn't stay consistent. So in order for you to actually get the appropriate pricing, you're going to have to learn how to plug it in yourself. So for scrap here, it's getting us 200 for 120 badges. Now on this sheet here, that would be 2 lots, because the smallest lot here that you can buy or sell is 100 at a time. So then we can just plop in 2 lots there at a price of $4 for a total badge cost of 120. So that's how you do it. Hey, what's up there, Wemmy? I just found a trucker cabin. Is that good? I don't know. Let me take a look. I'm trying to remember. Is that the cabin from the scavengers? It's alright. It's not too bad. The main benefit of the trucker cabin is its huge weight potential, which can give you a lot of good speed. In terms of like overall usability though, it's a bit less usable than some other cabins due to its low energy. I'd probably stick around the Wyvern to Growl cabin if you're planning on doing PvE. PvP wise though, you can make the trucker work. So back to the spreadsheet. So then you get that, you have the badge cost, the selling price, and the number of lots in there plugged in. So then that will go ahead and give you the correct profit per badge ratio. And then you just repeat that for this whole thing. So we have 50 here. It sells in a small slot of 100. So that's a 0.5 lot there with 169 as the price. And a total badge cost of 20. So if you plug that all in, you get the actual appropriate badge number in here. Same thing for wires. We have 0.25 wires, which at selling at 100 a piece, that is a 0.25, which is 1/4 of a unit. At its current price of 6.58. And then you plug in for 40 a piece. And now you get that updated one there. And you just continue doing this. So we have 25 plastic here, which is 0.25. And then we do that for 100 here. And the price is 6.24. There we go. And electronics, this sells in badges of sells in bats of 10. So you get 1 lot there for 3.75. Or 3.7, sorry. And then it sells for a lovely 70. So then it updates as well. And you just go through until you're all done. So this one sells in lots of 10, so we have 10 lots of batteries. They're selling for 0.66 a piece. And they go for 180 a piece. So then we get the actual proper margin for that. Pathfinder's crate here, they sell for 331.95. And that's still the same thing as always. Wanderer's crate, for 1.88. For 1.88. Selling for 600 as always, that stays the same. So then this gives you the actual properly updated sheet here. I play Xbox, so everything is grindy as hell. Yeah, I can see that. A lot of people spend money on consoles, so the coin price for everything is just through the roof. So is the Growl best for me? The Growl is best just because it's a nice, easy thing to work with. Has a lot of energy, great speed, and has a lot of energy, which is great for things like PvE. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, I'd recommend probably going with the Wyvern instead, since that is a better all-arounder build and allows for more armor. Yeah, Trucker is only really useful if you're doing an art build or if you're trying to be beefy. Like, if you want to throw, like, 2 or 3 drones on you and be in a beefy build, then, yeah, I can see Trucker being somewhat useful. Especially if you have the perks written. Yeah, 11 energy starting, super nice. Basically, the highest energy beyond, whatchamacallit, getting, like, the 12 energy cabins, like a Nova or something like that. Yeah, so that's how the spreadsheet works there, so, shoink. Good thing to use there. And as you can see, Pathfinder's Crate is still the best thing to purchase by a long shot. The only thing that even comes close to it is, ironically enough, scrap metal. Everything else, dog crap. Plastic and Wanderer's containers, alright. And then, that's a distant far behind. Do you know how much a Trucker would sell for? That just depends on your console or your platform. So if you don't know what it sells for, well, take a look at it then. As the battle pass is really OP, and I also recommend getting that. Yeah, I got the battle pass a while ago. In fact, I'm level 75 in it, so. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm level 79 now. I'm almost level 80. Got that basic version, and got everything. You're on PC? Yeah, so then use crossout database. So then look up the Trucker cabin. And you want to know whether or not you want to sell it? Okay. Okay, crafting on it. Flipping is alright. Crafting is alright. Yeah, Trucker cabin's good to sell right now. So I'd recommend selling it if you want to. If you want to earn some money. If you get the battle pass, you get to sell all your decor. I don't sell my decor. I like keeping it. I like looking pretty, but yeah, some people can sell it if they want to earn money. I'd recommend selling your decor items later on, though, since the decor items will go up in price as time goes on. Such as, let me take a look here. What's a good decor item from the, I'm drawing a blank at their name, the founders. So a lot of them gave us like cold storage or cold exhaust. So what's the price on those? Here we go. So we have these over here, like the cold exhaust item. This came from the founders, I believe. Oh, this thing's pretty consistent. Around 12 to 15 oscillation with one dude jumping the price up. Well, it is going up nowadays. And that's without even market manipulation. So I'd recommend waiting on those items. Because I'm more than certain they're going to sell for more later on. Yeah, you can see a general trend here. So going around the 8 to 9 range, 8 to 10. And then over here, it could spike somewhere as high as $14 sometimes. So save those. Well, last game, all my team rushed in Titan in 1 minute. That does happen sometimes, especially if you're on lower power score games. A lot of games just run in like sheep and die. I feel like you get so much money. You do get a lot of money for a lot of your decor items. It's just I'm not itching for money. So as you can see, I have nearly 8 grand. So I'm not itching for cash. Plus I got storage space left too, so I'm not like itching for that either. So I mean, I'm keeping it all for the most part. Like, unless I need to start throwing away shit, I really don't care. Alright, so what else was I going to do? I was going to work on, is that lovely dovely thing you guys wanted me to do. So 1 second. Just haven't gotten the grilled lamps yet. Which one's that? Oh yeah, these ones. Pretty decent. 30 bucks a piece. And you get 4 of them. Yeah, that's a decent chunk of change. Oh, it must be on console then. Oh, I think you get 49,000. That's if I sold everything. So that would be selling my... Sorry, that'd be selling my cabins, my weapons, my things. It would be selling everything. Minus 10%. I really don't care. I'm actually waiting for these aspects to get a little bit higher. I mean, they're getting close. I mean, they're... As soon as these things hit $2,000... Oh, that'd be nice. I get so much cash on them. 1,600 is where I break even. 1,700 is where I make 100 apiece. 1,800 is where I make 200 apiece. And at 2,000, I'd make nearly 400 gold per... Oh, that'd be amazing. Good investment. Good investment. Back when they were... I should have bought more when they were selling around 2,000. They were so cheap. But let me go ahead and let's try to build a super, super cheap tier 1 build right now. So let's take a look. What parts do we have? We'll do up to... Do I want to do level 25? No, a lot of you are not up to level 25. So let's do level 15, maybe. Because I feel like a lot of you would have gotten to level 15 at that point. Plus... Actually, wait. You get medium raids there. So what's hard raids? At what tier do you get hard raids? Does it not tell you? Access to normal raids. Brawls, wires, clan battles, invasion. Because it tells you when you get access to easy. Interesting. Does this tell you? Oh, interesting. Do I need to be level 5 in the various factions? Ah, so I need to be level 5 in a faction too. Do you have like 800 coins at any time? That's on Xbox, so I'm a little poor. You don't need to have a super large amount of coins. I only have a large amount of coins because I don't know what to buy. I've been thinking about getting things like Sparks, but Sparks are pretty expensive right now. I mean, they're selling for like $1,200. Alright, so at minimum, you have to have... Let me take a look here. You have to be level 10 in the engineers. At minimum, you have to be level 10. But at that point, you then have to level up your factions. So you have to be level 10 in engineers, and then you have to be level 5 in one of these factions to even get access to hard raids. Interesting. Oh, we get the premium. Yeah, premium time's great if you play this game a lot. If you get premium time, that just expedites your grinding like crazy. Because you get double resources everywhere. You get an extra half on your experience. You get a lot more storage. I mean, it's just good stuff. Just good stuff. Reputation. Oh yeah, that 40-day coin reward. And that resource limit too. Super great if you want to earn a bunch of money. Alright, so let's shoot for level 15 then. Let's shoot for level 15. So that means I gotta limit myself to 56 parts and only these parts around here. Alright, alright. Seems easy enough. So what we can do... Let's see, do we have any of those... No, okay, so let's see. What power score do I need to hit in order to be effective? So I need to hit 5,000 power score. Okay. Okay, let's try that then. So let's get a couple of these frames going on here. And let's try to do this with... Could I do it with the Huntsman cabin? Because I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to have to use the Growl. It's either I use a Growl or I use a bunch of blue weapons. Alright, let's try a Growl then. So, plop on the Growl right here. Move that all the way back. Just so I don't consume too many light parts. And then let's pop this forward a bit. So try like so. For wheels, we'll use just generic medium ones. So we'll use a lovely steering variety on both ends here. And then we'll throw on the old regular wheels. In fact, let me slap on the CK on that real quick. There we go. Let's just keep doing that. Shoink. There we go. So now it looks better. Why is this game so pay to win, but I don't feel bad because everyone has it all? I mean, whether or not the game feels like it's pay to win, I mean, it's still up for debate. I mean, I still get comments on that video I made a while back where I'm discussing whether or not this game is pay to win. And technically it's not, but at the same time, the grind on it is really intense. It is really intense. Let's take a look here. What else do we got for parts? Doodle-doodle-doo. So we do have, it looks like 4 fenders. This would be so much easier if I could just, like, force myself back down. But okay, we get 6 fenders. So let's go ahead and use those. Maybe I should put some plating on there first, and then use fenders. Let me see what else. Don't quite need the cords or the vectors. Got some van siding doors here. Some MIDI board sidings here. Got a canvas roof. Do I have one? I have 2 canvas roofs. Okay, great. 4 canvas roofs. Great. Canvas roofs are a great way to bulk yourself up early on. And I should probably add on the weapons too. Because weapons are going to be of utmost importance. Let's see, what else here do I have? We got that. Do we only have 2? Do we have 4 of them? It looks like we only get 2 of them right now. And then we get 2 of these curved ones. These buggy engine corners. So what we can do here, flop them like so. Panda powers activated. AA, welcome there, Kremzig. How you doing? No face reveal on 50k subs. We'll see about that. I did a little bit of a face reveal on... What was that? On my desk crafting thing. Over 9,000. Beautiful. I will level beyond your capabilities. You can't even begin to comprehend. In general, I like the machine gun placement, but I think there's a way we can enhance that a bit more. I wonder if I could, like, put one up front in a way, and if that would work. Let me take a look here. I also want to put my cooling in the back here, too. It looks like I may need to plop up my wheels here. You're doing sub 3k builds here? Now, I'm trying to do, like, a very minimalistic, I want to say 3k build. I'm trying to do a build that's like a level 15 person and engineers could make. Alright, so then we have that machine gun. It looks like we can have another 2 in here. Because if we get that one, and then we get another one, and then a cooler. So let's go ahead and purchase another one of these real quick. So then we have like another 2 on there, just for reference. And then a cooler too. Mouse cam at 10k. We'll see about that. You boys are thirsty for my hands right now. Let's see. We can throw in a little blue cooler too. Alright, so we're at 2k. Not doing too bad. Still need to figure out where to place the other cords at though. The issue is dealing with this many cores becomes a bit messy. Because there's a lot of weapons. There's a lot of weapons. And generally what I like to do is I like to put them up front. So let me take a look here. Faction part-wise. Let me see. We got van doors. We got buggy floors. Everything and more. There's a couple of parts here we can use. Of course, you can always use the gun mount, which is going to be pretty decent. Let's try that. Gun mount here. Attached to the cabin. Something like so. So that way, it doesn't interfere with the firing positions of that. Undermount guns, we could, but I'm trying not to use big wheels, and undermounting the guns would cause it to collide with the floor. Yeah, so you still get decent firing angles here. And you can activate most of your guns all the time. Okay. So that's pretty alright there. I'm like mid-tier around the 6,000 to 7,000 power score. That's not too bad then. So you could have water power scores. I have a sneaky suspicion I might need to extend this out. Like so. Just so that we can have a bit of cover on the back here. Now let me take a look here. I know we have 2 canvas roofs, right? Let me take a gander here. We got a van door. 2 canvas roofs. 3. Another van door and another canvas roof. Yeah, so we have pretty much all the canvas doors. Here. So, canvas roofs. These I like putting back here. Great little ways to help clear off parts. It's a bit too covering there. The only way I could make that a little bit smaller. Could I make that smaller? If I plop down a 2x4 there, it's very risky. I mean, that's, like, pretty much guaranteed to fall off if you ever get rammed. It's a bit of a risky business here. Nope, that won't work either. Okay, that's fine. See, I can't slap it there because that'll greatly reduce the firing angles. Okay. And let me take a look here. How many parts are we at right now? We're at 23. So I said, how many parts was I going to do? So I was going to do it to level 15. So at level 15, how many parts do you have again? 56. Okay, so we have a decent amount of parts here. So what I'm thinking about doing here, we're going to need to add a little bit of explosive resistance to the back. So let's try doing that. We got some of these van ramps here, which we could use. We got some medium struts. So let's try those van ramps, or medium struts. Do. Medium struts like so. And then putting the canvas roofs back on again. So that way, if you get shot in the back, you should be alright. But it's dragging on the ground. We may have to hold off on that idea. What we could potentially do. We'll have to see about that. There's a lot of things you can do here. I know we're going to need some armor up front. So at some point, we're going to need to solve that issue of durability. And see, that right there is getting a bit persnickety. So at least like that right there, you get a decent chunk of protection. Okay, okay. What else do we got here? Let's see, at level 15... We got some mini boards, sideboards here we can work with. So let's try that. We got 4 of these bad boys. So we probably do is slap them in here somewhere. Of course we could slap them on the underside for extra armor, but that would be kind of excessive. Thinking potentially like this. And then what we could do, get those doors back up here. And plop them down like that. And see if that works. I just hit level 23. Well, hopefully you should be able to make this, because I'm making this for someone around level 15. So this is going to be a super compact build, but it looks like I won't be able to do this unless I flop out some bigger wheels here, or I flop out some bigger guns. Which is cheaper, guns or wheels? Let's take a look here. Large wheel, that's around $18. Let me take a look here. So what I'd probably be using is I'd probably be using like 2 studded wheels and... or 4 studded wheels and 2 large wheels. So what we could do is that we could kind of do something like this. Where is it at? Will that fit in there? Probably not. There we go, just need to remove that one part. Plop these out. Do I have smaller wheels here? Fuck, I don't. The only ones I have right now are the gun-mounted ones, which those are expensive. So I'm going to need to buy some smaller ones here. Which ones did I say I was going to get that were nice and cheap? Balloon tires are... Let's see, what's the cheapest wheel here? 18, 18, 17. Definitely not those. 17, 16. Smallest steering wheel. It looks like those balloon ones are going to be the best ones here. So let's get a couple of those balloon steering wheels. 15.57. And let's purchase 4 of them. So I'll wait on them. In the meantime, I'll place some placeholders here. Like so. That's just a placeholder. They're not going to be in the final build. I just need something there for reference. But, benefit of this. Now you lean forward, so you get better firing angles. So I have to increase the price of this build, otherwise I'm not going to be able to. The thing is, though, that's a very minimal power score improvement, and that just costs you a bunch of money. Let's see, would upgrading to defenders give us more power score? Because that's 170 apiece. This is 1 more power score, and that's 390. So I'm thinking defenders might actually be better for this. Let me cancel these for right now. Actually, you know what? I'm still... We'll see. We'll see about that. So let's get rid of these. And let's plop down some defenders. The issue is it's going to have completely different mounting mechanisms. So what you can do with these ones, you can just kind of mount them to the car. And it works just fine. And same thing, you can kind of mount that to the front of the car and be alright. So it went from what? That went from 28 to 28 again. At low level, I got a hack. Either a fake power score with a bug relic or a floating weapon. That could work. Yeah, if you want to jack up your power score, you could always just throw on the fuel tanks. It doesn't really actually jack up your power score that much. It's a good way to jack up your power score without making yourself explosive. How Hard to say. I think weapons are going to be probably the best way. Plus that and defenders are super cheap right now. I don't know, what are the cheapest blue weapons? 37, 37, 35, 35, 32, 31, 38, 32, 33. And there's not too many cheap weapons besides drones, but you never want to use drones. Yeah, it's a lower power score build that I'm trying to make for a guide. Which one would be better? I want to say defenders just because they have better firing options. Yeah. So we're probably going to need to try that. So let's go ahead then and throw on defenders. Like so. And then we'll throw one up front too. I'll probably need to it either has to be lower or up higher back here. So what we can do, so look ugly as hell, but then what you do is that you just have a floating gun like that. It's a lot more precariously placed. But guess what? You can have a little bit more protection back here. 1 second. This song needs to have... It skipped ahead a bit.
Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours.
All can be yours. This one's a good song. Find it difficult to make a good growl build due to the lowest mass limit. Double, but Wyvern has better general defensibility. You lose speed. Yeah, it's not too bad. The main thing I'm trying to like maximize here is cheapness. So Growl Cabin, super cheap. Wyvern would be a little bit cheaper. And Trekker beyond that, but those would be harder to build for. That's mostly just spamming armor parts. Alright, you look here. Let's see what we got. Not too bad. What we could do... That gun mount is actually a pretty good piece of armor. So let's go ahead and try that time. Let's put on a radiator grill here. Something like that to guard it just a bit. There we go. That should help out a bit more. Look here. Use some more parts here to work with. It'd be easy if I just took a full list of what I could use. Getting those bumpers on there too would certainly help out a lot.
Now you can see me.
Oh, you know what I could do too? Since you guys are at lower level, could probably flop on a shitty radio and radar, and that would be alright. Good there for space armor, and gives you an extra 65 power score. You can call it good armor if 90% of the shots pass through it. Well, yeah, because what it does is that it blocks 10% of damage for a hot second, which is pretty decent. And let's see, what else can we do here to flatten this out?
Sorry, the wasn't all the way off. Here, Bethesda, I don't care about the environment. Bought my Tesla. Interior
That's
wide.
6 of them, right? I have an availability of 6.
So
we got 2 here. 2. 4. Okay, great. So we have 8 actually.
It's me. On the fact is the bugs, the feature. Not working back. Old 76 figures. You can talk about your it, but mine's 4 times bigger. I mean, boy, you're generous. I cannot fuck with you.
I guess what we could also do here,
I cannot fuck with
double up the armor here at the bottom.
Old 76 figures. You can talk about your it, but mine's 4 times bigger. I mean,
Hey.
boy, you're generous. I cannot
Double up the armor in the back there. Hey.
This shit too easy.
Alright.
Yeah, you won the whole game. I fucking stupid.
Throw on some armor on the side here. And we still have armor parts left over. So we're still doing decent here. We're still doing decent. Still need to find some ways here to make this thing a bit more resilient. It still has a very minimal amount of HP. What about bumpers? Bumpers are a super good way to jack up your power score a fuck ton. A lot of people don't realize it because early on, but once you get to higher end games, you really want to use bumpers minimally. Just because of how much power score they can add on. And it's like mostly undeserving power score. Alright, so we have 2 spikes and 2 bumpers. Alright, sweet. Zabenya is a baby ball. So where that at? So we had 2 hatchets and 2 of the other bumpers. These ones are great. But it looks like I need a bit of extra space here. Do I have a 4x8? 4x8, 4x8. And a couple of 4x6s. Another 4x6. Another 4x6. Gotta give me all 6 of them already. Give me some of the lighter parts. Okay. So they haven't gotten me a 4x8 yet. They just gave me a couple of these. So what we could do... I don't know, that seems a bit excessive. But what we can do with that is that we can then swap out these all the way up front. So where did I put those at? I just had them. Here they are. The issue is you can't do them like that. You have to do it like this. So that like completely protects your front end. This currently adds like 83 and it's free, so I add them. Yeah, I'd have a screen there. Yeah, it's not too bad. Downside, most likely they don't have it. So I want this to be like a generally applicable build. So it has to be parts that are not seasonally locked, that are not faction locked, and that only are up to engineer level 15. So at that point, this can be at like the most applicable build. I feel like placing these out here on the side here actually might be a big help. Because what this will prevent us from doing is if everyone rams it from the side, they'll be punished for it. Do defenders have way more HP than vectors? Yes. Come over here to the technology tree, look at weapons. Defenders, 144, vectors, 74. That's double the HP. Double, my dude. And they're easier to build around. Relatively. I mean, I'm kind of also hacksawing a previous build together, too. Crossout vid recently, good game, dude. Hey, well, thank you. It's always good to hear that someone actually finds these videos helpful. Let's see. So we got all of those in there. So we just need to get some more armor in here at some point. We could throw some struts, we could throw in some van doors. A couple of things we could do. Are you new to the channel? That's great. Welcome by. And hopefully you stay a while too. Let's see. What would be a good way here to bump up power score? I could throw down a couple of these like that. I always like to do that just for fluffing up some score sometime. I kind of messed myself over in a way too because this build is ultra compact. Alright, so like that. I want to keep that on there because that adds a lot of power score. Where the other part at? And I think having that roof there would be alright. That's looking great. It was AFK. Well, it's great. Welcome back. Yeah, it's doing alright though. It's not the best. Bumper catch, is that a item here that I don't know of? Bumper catch. Do they have any of those at this time? Because I don't quite know. We have one here. Let's see what else. Yes, we have two at this point. So we could throw a couple of those in there as well. Luckily, there are only Avengers at that power score. Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. I said this power score, most newer players won't be facing too high of stuff. Hehehe. Where did that second one go? Oh, it just flopped on top. The issue is that reduces it by half. I don't have like a readily accessible area this would benefit from. I could throw it in the back as like a secondary defense. To the level 5 today. Got my friend into this game. Hopefully I can learn something from you and make a better car for level 5. Yeah, potentially. Apparently a lot of people have been finding my guides not terribly helpful because the parts I was using they do not have access to. Not even in the slightest. Which I can understand. A lot of you won't have any of the parts that I have for a very, very long time. Alright, so we got some struts here and some van doors we can make use of. That's why these doors are slightly wonky in appearance. Wait, can you still attach to the cabin? And then if I flop you around... Yeah. So what we can do with this is that we can have it attached at both almost. It's gonna look like hella weird. The thing is, too, we could elongate this car, too. And that would, significantly add on more. Yeah. How to hide basically everything. How to hide your kids, how to hide your wife. Because they raping everybody out here. This would be so much more useful if I had a perspective, like a build from if I was that low of a power score. Because I can't, like, section off stuff. Oof, and that can't be plopped down there. Maybe I can fix that around here. I have a bunch on Expedition. Yeah, so they're not a bad part at all. I'm actually curious, could I flop that in there? I cannot. Well, I can always double them up. Because doubling up, that actually allows you to do some sneaky coverings on the side sometimes. Ah, yeah, so they could do something like this. Jazz that up a little bit, make it thicker. Can it still fire, though, decently well? It's also a really thin build, too. This might be a bit an issue for some of these players here. Because they might try to whip it too hard. Alright, so let me buy some of those balloon wheels. 15.58. If we could purchase 4 of those. There we go. So we can purchase those just so we can get some perspective here. Yeah, we can stack panels on the front too. That's what I'm thinking. But the issue is that I want to make this part efficient too. Because we're not going to have 80 parts like we usually do. We're only going to have 56. So we can't be too loosey-goosey with them. Here we go. So we can slap it on there still. Like so. So we still have some ramming resistance. There's not AVA panels at that PS Bro. This is a new car. Oh yeah, true. That's right, because those are Nomad parts. Yeah, so no one's going to have access to those at this power score. So we have a couple of these we can use here. Ooh, it's a bit... Ah, here we go. And then we can flop some more in there. So then that, like, another big stuffing right there. Do we have 4 of those, though? I know we have 2. 2 there. But level 15 below, we have 2. And then we have... That's it. Oh, no, we have 4. Okay, great. So we can use that. I did about, like, 3 bouquet. I already done Nomads first. Didn't, though. Fair. Yeah, because some people can go Scavengers, Lunatics. There's a variety of pathways you can choose. That may not be this. I could throw in those starting wheels, or the small ones. Because those could be something they do use. And it's still pretty decently maneuverable. What's its speed, though? Speed's still pretty decent. You can still get up there. It's acceleration shit. Its handling's pretty alright. Firing angles are still good. We got coolers in the back. So you can still do some nice burst firing for some good damage. You can ram them for extra. It's doing alright. The issue is, we're still only at 3.8k. Ooh. So I need to find some ways there to beef out that power score. What I'm thinking about doing here, actually, though. Where are those at? Oh, damn, I can't do it there. Oh, damn, can't do it there. Can I do it like so? Will you allow me to flop it there? Oh, no, I can only do it like that. Interesting. And then, can I attach those bumpers back there? Interesting. Weight, though. Yeah, we're still doing alright on weight. We got another 1,000 kilograms to work with. None of these parts are terribly heavy. Let's see, what else? We got medium struts we can use. We still haven't used those van doors, which I imagine those would be a great bonus for any people. Unintentional wheel cover. Hallelujah. Let's put that up front. Hey. Does that drag on the ground a bit? I imagine it does. Not too bad, though. As soon as you hit 6K, you drop to like 20 kilometers, yeah. I could see that. Okay. Got some wheel covers there, too. So that's gonna help out a lot. So let's see, how many van doors do we have? There's one. There's two. So we can at least use two. It's a lot of stuff here. And also not a lot of stuff at the exact same time. And at this point, all we have really access to is struts, van sides, these running boards, and larger struts. And what power score are we at now? Yeah, the issue is we can't do hard raids yet. Need 5,000 power score for that. Bus panels. Can't use those because you're not at that power score. We can try to cover up our parts a bit more here. I mean, what you could also do is just crap on a bunch of what you may call this power score. You can do a lot of stuff here. There we go. So that protects that side. Get something more like so. I swear you get this really early. You probably do. But then think about this. What about when this video no longer has the Doomsday car event go on? And then what do? Nothing. They can't get it at that power score. And it also probably cost them a lot. See, now we hit our power score. We're now at the 4,000 range. I guess what you could do, you could always throw in a listener too. That's 65. It's 115. Yeah, the large wheel should be fine. The issue is we still don't have 5,000 power score, so this build's not going to work in its current state. You almost need to get an epic part here to get up there. Or what we could do, we could expect them to have a generator at this point. So what we can do is that we could throw on an ampere would be a bit hard, maybe a little G. So maybe a big G. Keep that radar on there. Or radio, sorry. What else? What else? This actually might be better out here, to be honest. Catch the big wheels out here a little bit. Like so. And then we could stuff the... maybe another radiator in here of some sort. Maybe like so. Definitely covers the back, though, in its entirety at this point. It's like a guy with a car with no wheels. It was just some scraps with a rocket launcher. I mean, it could work. It could work. Seem to be doing all right. Yeah, this is quite a compact build. A bit on the excessive side. That might not be necessary there. Because I could use this up here at some point. Does one of these frames... I need to get the whale back here at some point. It almost attaches there, but this is slightly in the way. Let's see, those are 20 power score a piece. Let me take a look here. What here has a high power score on it? So you got all of these. This is 52 a piece. How many of those do you get? Just the one. And you get 2 Vandors. So let's put on a whale back in here. So keep that up here and have the whale back on the, well, back. So we're at nearly 4,000 power score now. And we have another power here to work with. Let's see, we got that there. Oh yeah, interesting. I mean, what we could do, we could throw on a Maxwell. Oh, that's a bit expensive. So we could either have 4 vectors or 4 defenders. Take a look at this. Let's try that. Yeah, say Maxwell's expensive. I don't want to use any special parts, only rare. We could throw this up here a bit. Actually, no, wait. These we'd be getting rid of, so that we can have a defender up there. I don't have it like a placeholder. I guess I have a Spitfire. That's a good placeholder. Same power score. So we're at 4-5 at this point. What was the smallest build you could make in crossout? I mean, you could do a 2x4 frame on a sprinter cabin with 2 wheels. If you want. I mean, you're basically running around in the crossout equivalent of a handicapper, but it works for you, it works. Alright, let's see, what else high power score items do we got here? Frames are alright, not the best. You can only have 1 radar on a car at a time now, so that's... Can't do that. Struts are only 11. Those are only 13. Those are 21, 11. We do have those, some buggy floors. Or do we already have those strapped on somewhere? I actually don't think we do. We could kind of have it as some lightweight armor for the wheels. Ooh, but we need a way to attach them. Like so, maybe? At least we're at a perfect 46 now. Every level on PC, 10 coins. They could, that would be nice, but that would just inflate the absolute crap out of coin prices. And I doubt they want to do that again. That's already a big issue on console. Alright. Let's see, what else do we get? Is it possible to get a sub 15, level 15 build in? Well, it is possible. If I use higher tier parts, but I want to stick just with blues right now. We just need another 400 power score. That's our big thing right now. Enjoy that sound. Nice squeaky ear of death. The other thing that we could do... Yeah, well, that wouldn't really decrease the grind at all, because if you gave everyone a bunch of coins, then prices would shoot up, and then you get the exact same thing all over again. The grind would still remain relatively the same. So we use those parts. Oh, at level 15 you do get a 4x8 frame. I didn't realize that. That's 20. It's 40. I could shoot it back a bit more. That wouldn't help us out much, though. That's the point. You grind from nothing, do something, work harder, more power. Yeah, to some degree, but the actual reason why the game is so grindy is so that they can sell more packs. That's pretty much exclusively what it is. Like, they want to sell more packs, they want to sell more premium time. That's the whole thing. If they made the grind easy in this game, not a lot of people would buy it, so they want to prevent that as much as possible. They want you to spend. Oof. And this would actually reduce our power score. I guess what I could do, I could also just use like 8 wheels. Because that would bump it up more, but again, that'd be more expensive. Huh. I wonder. Radio. Let's purchase a few of these. Fuck. They made the storage. Here then, we'll go ahead and sell you. I need some more storage here. Shivs, I can go ahead and sell you right now. 66.88. I need more space. But it's so pay to win. Also, the packs are really expensive. And so are the crossout crowns. Yeah, the whole point is to be expensive and to get more money. I wouldn't say it's technically pay to win, because this game is mostly just about grinding a whole bunch. So, you can still get everything through your own volition. It doesn't necessarily rely on grinding. Or necessarily on rely on purchasing packs. I'm not sure why I have so many Avengers. I haven't used these in a hot second. There we go. Okay. So we got some parts on here. What I'm thinking about doing, we're going to flop in a bunch of radios. So what we can do, we can flop out a bunch of these parts here. And flop in a bunch of radios. Let's see if that's still a tactic. I know a lot of people used to throw in a bunch of radios to jack up your power score a bunch. And they're alright armor. They're alright armor. I also just don't want to wait. Oh, did I already get all my radios? Oh, wait, no, I couldn't because I was prevented. You used to be able to do it with radars, too. You could just buy a bunch of radars and call it good. Actually, you know what? On the 7.6 side, let me throw an extra 2 more in there. There we go. So we'll wait for that. I also need to wait for the last of the balloon wheels. And that should help out. Let's see, what else? I mean, that's pretty dang good for what it is. I'm trying to think, like, what would they have at this low of a power score that would help them out a little bit more? And I'm trying to think, it's not really a whole bunch at this point. I will say, though, this build is beefy. At 1,000 HP, 1,200 HP, it is pretty beefy. How much does it cost right now? 200 coins. Yeah, so this is a pretty cheap build. 200 coins. I mean, there are epics that cost 2 times this that you can craft. So this is pretty good for low power score. Pretty dang good. I just need to get some radios. At this point, we'll do alright. Alright, one second. I need a little bit of amenities. So, 1 second. Let me just turn off the space. We're going to be right back. When you add it up myself, you only get like a 1 coin profit. But you also have to consider that crossout database is a bit outdated at the time, so it only updates like once every 20-ish minutes, so prices could fluctuate in that meantime. So what you want to do is that you want to make sure the prices on crossout database are reflective of your situation at the time. So, like, say Twin Wheel, say there's a 10 coin profit margin on it, but it's selling for 70, but then you notice it only selling for 60, then, yeah, you lost all your profit there. So you gotta be, so you have to make sure it's still at the same price bracket. Because prices can vary wildly really quickly. And gosh, Narbit. Those radios are taking forever to buy. Actually, I'm curious. What's the crafting margin on radios? Crafting radio. Oh, there's a positive crafting margin. Alright, sweet then. I'll just craft a couple of radios then. Gooch. So let's see if we can flop these in here. Radios here. Yep, they still allow you to do it. Yep, that's hilarious. Back to the radio spam days. This is not going to make your car remotely viable. Potentially. So I would use only the radio thing sparingly. So then we can use it to swap out that part there. Oh, goodness me. What else can we use to flop this out here? What are their super lower power score parts here? We got 20-ish here. And these are 65. Yeah, so this is going to lower our HP considerably doing this. But it will raise our power score considerably doing this. Can I still get that in there somehow? Whoops. And then over here. Alright, so we're getting closer. Ever so closer. Ah, this seems weird doing it like this. Although I'm curious. What we could do too, we could lay these like so. And then down further. And then a bit more in there. Come on, I know you want to go in there, you fat son of a shit. And then... I mean, we may just have to go without these. And what we can do, we can have these radios attached to that. This is generally something I don't recommend. But for this build, it might be useful. Hey, we're almost at 5K. I mean, if it works, I'm just sitting here crafting a shit ton of radios. I wonder if I can make it a motorcycle kind. The forward at the end, the start of the car, and after. It could work. I've seen people use motorcycle cars before. The issue is that it's just balancing it is going to be super, super hard. That'll always be the thing that gets you. And then we can have that attached right there. Beautiful. And how much did that increase our cost here? $230 now. Now, let's just see whether or not this is viable. Let's just see whether or not this is viable. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Down to 204. Ooh. We were almost sub $200. God, that would be an amazingly cheap build. Ah, fuck, we need more radio. We have the information. You cannot escape, James Bond. Fuck, okay. 2 more radios. And we got this. This might be a bit expensive. However, considering our constraints, this is not unnecessarily stupid. Stupid, but not unnecessarily. I feel like those ones are going to be there a bit more necessary. These ones, And there we go, my duderinos. Mr. Generator? Nope, I got that. We got a generator, radio. Got a lot of stuff on here. And how many radios do we have now? We have 14 radios. Don't have armor? Radio. How much HP do you have? I have a solid 900. We are so ungodly weak. This is barely even remotely viable for... Ugh, I mean... Let's try throwing in Perseus in here. Although Master Jack seems like a more appropriate... And you know what? We're within weight limit too. Those guys are gonna be shot up in a minute. Radio God, radio is life. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, storage is full? Shit. Oh shit, yeah, it is full. We have a bit of a storage issue. Yeah, so we can go ahead and sell that. I can't sell it cheaper than $23 for 20 hours? Well, yes, because I can't sell it. What? Weird. 17 radios. It works. We still have the 2 OG Hornets from the tutorial. Well, yeah, of course. You can't sell those. You can't get rid of them. You always have them. You're always going to have the Hornets. Here, we can get rid of these. How about that? 0.69. Alright. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can be successful here. It's a moderately built up car. I mean, we have armor, we have some durability here. So we'll just see if this lovely dovely car can work. Oof. Got fucking less than 900 HP. We are staying back. We gotta play ultra passively with this. I mean, this build, this thing's gotta be cheap as shit. Freaking $200. $200. So cheap. So cheap. It's pretty good, though. Out of all things considered, only using 14 radios to jack up your power score, and we still didn't use 80 parts. We still only allowed us to use 56. So a level 15 person with 200 coins could reasonably have this. The Killdozer made it with radios. I hear all. Yeah, see, this dude's a bit more built up than me. That's alright. I can see for miles with this build. I got a radio, and a radio, another radio, a couple more radios stashed in the floorboards. Alright, so we gotta play passively here. Oh shit, it's dawn, children. Who has quasars at this power score? Oh, that's right, because we're at hard missions. I was like, how the fuck do they have quasars at this point? That's right, we're at hard missions. Just let my allies take it all. Funny shitbirds. Alright, so our armor is gone. And this was the first. It looks like actually having the guns facing down might be a bit of an issue. But we're doing alright. We're not smoking yet. Or I got like 30 coins of the day. I mean, you can get a lot of coins in a day. I mean, for me, if I do a bunch of shiv wheels, I can make in excess of 100 coins a day, if not more, depending on how forthright I am on those. So I think they first come from this side, but they may come from the other side. Aha! Just making sure. Ooh, goodness me. I'm gonna let these dudes handle it. There we go. Follow my own advice. Stripping weapons first. Stripping weapons first. Fuck you and your little turrets. We're doing alright, though. It's not the worst. We still have our guns. We still have some HP. We're still doing a technique of burst firing. And chain wheels from lunatics. It's alright. The issue is that a lot of those 3 baser factions, they just have a huge saturation of parts. So they're not going to be terribly profitable. No, Quasar. Don't go for me. Take off the weapons. Oh, thank God I still had a bumper. That could have been bad. I do have redundant wheels. Look at that. I survived better than him. Playing hella smart here. Doing alright so far. And we got that generator nice and clean, so we should be doing alright. I'm staying at a distance here. Ooh, Quasar coming in. Oh, good shit. He fell down. This is the issue. Since we're a little bit weaker, we can't handle direct confrontation like so. 1 Quasar off. 2 Quasar off. That rocket dude in the back can do a lot of damage. Let's get rid of him. There we go. Get rid of him. Beautiful. See, as long as you play smart here, you can get away with a lot of stupid shit. Like, I shouldn't be getting away with the fact that I am rocking some pristine crap. Let's see, I might change this a bit. I might get rid of the large wheels and swap them out for more balloon tires. Because that would improve our firing angles a bit. But I can generally compensate right now. And see, all these dudes know how to help minimize death. Good job, everybody. Now, doing alright for the most part. Not getting shot in the back as much as I thought I would. I probably could have benefited from more armor up front. Now this is likely where I'll die. Because this shit hurt here. Here we go. Let's take off your weapon. I'm not too worried about the sparks. There we go. Benefit to this build too. I can actually shoot their explosive bits. So I can actually do a lot of damage here. Is this a raid only build or are you gonna go PvP? You could put this in PvP. It's not ideal since all the weapons are clustered up in a tower-like formation, but it's alright. It wouldn't be the worst thing. I wouldn't advise it though because I optimized this build for power score, not for killability. If I wanted to make a nice low power score or a nice PvP build for a low power score, low income, I could definitely do that. I could throw on some... a fuck ton of chords on this thing. On a growl cabin. Oh, yeah. That could work. Ooh, get out of there. Do not get touched by these bad things. God, please don't ram me. Ooh, avoid that heat ray of death. Hide behind the tower. One nice thing about this is that at lower power scores, you take less damage and you deal more damage. Relative to your power score. It's based on power score, so... this helps out massively. Ooh, how about you stop your bullshit? Oh, it's more sparks. Thank God the spark does so little damage. We haven't lost a gun yet. Who is that person that said we'd lose these things in 2 seconds? I want you to fucking apologize. These bad boys been on the whole raid. I haven't even lost a fucking tire yet. Do you have monetization yet? Yes, I recently just got it too. I've only made a few dollars over the course of a week, but I mean, that's still pretty good. I mean, considering that for 6 years I was making zilch, this is pretty good. Yeah, they went the wrong way. Noise, yeah, it is kind of nice. Downside, I didn't make any money off the 50,000 views or so on the other video, but it's alright, I can handle that. I have some more. Perish there, heathen. There we go, to make sure we get rid of those fucking rockets. There we go, good shit, everybody. There we go, just keep them off. Yoink. Yoink. It's very good that the weapons here are brittle as hell. 4 years, no, 6 years. Actually, I shouldn't say that, though. I had monetization on this channel off the get-go because getting partnered with YouTube was way easier. Like, I had it back in, like, 2013, 2014. Or was it 20... I don't know. Somewhere around there, a long time ago. And then they booted me off the program. I think it was 2016, actually. That sounds more right. Yeah, boy. Ooh, or a dude, go away. Not too bad. And raids, you play smart distance. In PvP, this would still be a sketchy build because one cannon shot, one ram, and you're donezo. Plus, all the radios here just inflates your power score. I could do a PvP-oriented version of this, where I could strip out all the radios and put in all the other parts like back in, and that probably would be a better idea. Alright, so we're doing alright for the most part. No weapons for you. Good shit, everybody. Hey, that was my wheel. Actually, no, they didn't get my wheel. Ah, I wonder if it can't hit my wheel. No, wait, shit, he hit my wheel. Alright, come up here. Pulsar pussy! Come on. There we go, take it all down. Beautiful job. Yeah, Spark build, I'm not too worried about him. But he is getting close. The thing is, with a Quantum Cabin, he wouldn't need the Apollo engine. Because he'd be able to have 3 sparks just with a 12 energy alone. Woo! Still a bit back heavy here. doing all right though. And I just want to let you know, I haven't died yet. I legit haven't died yet. But this part may be where I die. Just keep backing it up. Don't let the other big boys get in your way. You don't need to exist either. Ooh, yeah, he found me. Oof. Okay. That was going to happen at some point. We'll just do some damage from back here. Let him get his stuff going. Get that pulsar dude as much as possible. Got one pulsar off. There we go, 2 pulsars off. Where you at? Where you at? Alright, come on, dudes. You gotta get ready to put some fucking lead in that ground there. There we go. Oh, of course. Cute little shield there. Ooh, okay, scooch around him. Finish him up real quick. Alright, we need to get rid of that retro. There we go. Take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off. Oh, good shit. Good shit, everybody. There we go, they done some. There we go, beautiful. You don't need to have any of those anymore. God damn, we good. I'm gonna get going. The stream was nice and helpful. Thank you. Hey, anytime, my dude. And you know what? I might make a video on this because this is honestly super cheap build. And we're doing alright here. I mean, we didn't even have a 4th person in this raid. And I got 1st place. Let's see by how much, too. It's pretty good. Champion of the raid. Can't fucking stop me. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So not too bad. That's not bad. So let's see. That back wheel. Will that work if I get rid of it? Because that's 90. So you're 60. Ah, that would reduce the power score considerably. I think it'll be alright as it is. Still pretty dang swifty. The only thing I could think of I could do with this, I could change it out to be vectors instead, but you would be disabled more often, but you would be able to shoot better. Still pretty dang. I mean, the fact this thing can still do that good at that lower power score, it's nice. Look at that! Quadruple caucus build. I'm starting to rub off on people. I could see that. Not too damn shabby. Yeah. 5K thwopper. That is amazing. Hey, you know what? I'll go ahead and upload it to Exhibition too, so if any of you want to use it and mess around with it, by all means, feel free. Again, leather outlander. Yeah, so I can get rid of this. Okay, it's a 5K budget. Yeah, it's still pretty dang good. Ooh, my exhibition full. Let's see, what can I get rid of here that I don't care for? You are brain dead. I'm all about that paycheck. Yeah, and I don't care about the monsters, coach. And then to the exhibition. What do you mean? I have... Oh, interesting. Alright, well, apparently my storage there shrunk. Well, if I was gonna do a cyclone truck, I probably wouldn't use it. Oh, I love the visuals of that cyclone truck, though. The Xmas bath salts would probably be better than this. Yeah, let me download that. And then I have that in my inventory, yes? Okay, great. So then I can kick that out. Actually, I could probably sell that. And then we'll go ahead and upload this. There we go. Final price, $209. Not too bad. I guess we could do more PvE with this just to make sure it's not a fluke. But I want to go get some soup real quickly then, and we can continue. I'll only be gone for like maybe 5 minutes, so you all take a little breather. I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna get some soup. And we'll do some more raids to test it out. Yeah.
All of my game is sassy. All of your bitches is basic. Yesterday you was hate, but now you got all my songs in your playlist. Go shit back, gotta stay sunny. I'm on my show like a old days. Beating my bum, hey, on me. I got enough on my plate. All of my game is sassy. We don't care if you say shit. All over me, some snake skin. All over looking like sassy. All of my game is sassy. We don't care if you say shit. All over me, some snake skin. All over looking like sassy. Even in so care, I'm a ghost rider for your favorite rapper. I'll give you 200 if you want some action. Then you can find me at the end of this dagger. I'm walking slowly, I'm over in convert. That's cause my dick is too heavy. I'm making the finest to jam it with more time. Call me Laddie Dunbarry. All of my game is sassy. We don't care if you say shit. All over me, some snake skin. All over looking like sassy. All of my game is sassy. We don't care if you say shit. All over me, some snake skin. All over looking like sassy.
All of my gang is sassy. I'm quite sexy. I'm sensing jealousy. Hey, all of my gang is sassy. I'm an DC. Bitch, you ain't laying me. Hey, all of my ball is sassy. What? All of your gang is for layaway. Hey, I got cheddar. I ain't rich. I ain't worried about it. Bitch, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness a right moment. Hey, what? Boss ship. I got a 4-chip chap of Anvil. I'm making profits. Life is a gamble. You're on the prison ship. Welcome to Morrowind. Hey, this is where they want you. Bitch, head down to the dock, the census office.
All of my game is sassy. We don't care if you say shit. All over me, some snake skin. All over looking like sassy. All of my game is sassy. We don't care if you say shit. All over me, some snake skin. All over looking like sassy. All of my game is sassy. We don't care if you say shit. All over me, some snake skin. All over looking like sassy. All of my game is sassy. We don't care if you say shit. All over me, some snake skin. All over looking like sassy.
All of my gang is sassy. All of my gang is sassy. All of my gang is sassy.
Little beat type beat. Hey, I got fast travel. Looks like I'm going places. Tell Bonnie Magister, I'm always levitating. You wanna be a bitch? Hey, do yourself a favor. Look the other way. Stay in my good graces. I can sit to your wife, sit to your brother too. King of the underworld, my lad Balmora Blue. You try to fight back, I expected more of you. King of the underworld, my lad Balmora Blue. Welcome to Jim's fair, right on a carousel. You say, yeah, this is magical. You don't know how to spell. You look sick as past, cause you're leaving on me. But I'm looking and look chance, I'm retrieving on it. I can sit to your wife, sit to your brother too. King of the underworld, my lad Balmora Blue. You try to fight back, I expected more of you. King of the underworld, my lad Balmora Blue. Hey, got my war with me, got a war with me, my iron flux with me, no lame bugs with me. Same shit, I'm a hit maker. Hey, I will hit you like a fucking cliff bracer. I can sit to your wife, sit to your brother too. King of the underworld, my lad Balmora Blue. King of the underworld, my lad Balmora Blue. King of the underworld, my lad Balmora Blue.
Welcome to St. Jim's Fair.
Alright, alright, alright. Thank you for being patient with me. Let me just swap them back over. My mind soaked, you're always loud as shit. Oh, fuck, I forgot my water. I'll be fine. I probably won't need the water. I've been drinking like a fucking fish today. Although to be fair, I think I always just drink an incredible amount. Let me just add in a snack that I recently had. Beautiful. Look at that, still have 600 calories left today. Honestly, those soups are amazing. It's ridiculous how much you can get out of so little. Just a bunch of vegetable stew, and it's just super low in calories. Vegetable stew without cream or meat in it? Still surprisingly good. And it's not like I am dying here. Alright. Let's see, how is the faction parts going? Beautiful. So I'll take those. Oof, an amount of parts fitted in. Alright. And I don't have any bats yet either. Let me take a look here. Crafting margins. Let me see if those are still worthwhile. Take a look on the fire starters. Yeah, Bigfoot's right now not really worth it. That's probably just because of the price of the twin wheels. Shiv ST those, I mean look at those. Each one individually worth 20 bucks. Or is it together it's worth 20 bucks? Oh yeah, so if you sell two you earn 20 bucks. Okay. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby. So 16.76, we'll get another 4 of these. Oof. Honestly, you know what? Let's go ahead. I don't quite need this many. And I don't think I'm going to be crafting any Bigfoots for a while. So it appears the Bigfoots are a bit too expensive for my tastes. So let's go ahead then and get rid of those. Storage, twin wheels. How much did we buy those for? Ba-da-ba-bum. God, I always hate how long it takes history to get work. Face reveal? We'll see about that. That'll probably be for a while now. I mean, you can kind of get a glimpse of it if you look in the how to craft a that desk crafting video. I could sell it here and I wouldn't really lose much money. So 59.96. I'll go ahead and sell those. Oh, does that seriously have a delay on it? It does, of course. Hey, what's up there, Ubermensch? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Let's see. What else do I think I need here? I think we should be alright. I'm trying to think. The shivs are still... Let's cancel those offers. And let's sell these. 66.87. Oh yeah, 240. That's so good. I just kind of like it how cheap it is these days. It's a nice small investment. You can craft these out left, right, and center each 2 hours. As long as you're up on the blue parts, like if you have a lot of them and you're continuously getting more of them, I mean, you could easily continuously do this. I mean, until it gets unprofitable, but even then, you just gotta wait. There we go. We got enough everything else? Oh my fucking god, who's calling me? Alright, 1 second.
Back to business, 7-figure life without worry. You're not a gift, you call your Christmas, cause your game where they buy a little late. But when you're rich, you're never in a hurry. Vacation in, I'm a fan, you would never worry. Chase a bad kid, never chase a game. I was grinding, you was dreaming, I don't yet know your name. You think you're a player, I am ready on the game. We are not the same, check your blood pressure. Outlander, take a look at my net worth. Outlander. Take a look at my cheddar, Outlander. I am wealthy on measure, Outlander. Those boots are Argonian leather, Outlander. I am filthy rich, you're a filthy wit. Your luck is as era, he won't let you dead. I smell him good, but you know I'm the shit. Let me show you why they call me Saint Kid. Only rates I know up in my pocket. I am filthy rich, but this is not the money.
Alright, looks like I actually gotta go do something. So, what I'm thinking about doing is that I could make a little video on this little car right here. Show that video. I'll probably do a couple of more test runs on the hard raids with this, but I gotta go... Actually, I could probably do a raid or two more, but I gotta go call someplace right now and try to get some food, because right now I got nothing for this evening, and I need to make some plans to get some, or that I can make it. I mean, there is 4 pounds of chicken in the fridge. I could make a pretty bomb-tastic chili. I do make pretty good chilies. I could do that. Well, shit then, I'm gonna have to start working on that right now. So, I'm gonna go do some chili then, and I'll see you at another time, my dudes, at another time. So I want to thank you all again if you're following this evening. If you had fun, by all means, feel free to follow whatever platform is your favorite. We're on YouTube and on Twitch at the exact same time. YouTube's going to have a permanent archive of this stream forever and ever until it gets copyrighted. And Twitch has permanent loyalty systems and RPG systems built right into chat, so by all means, get a hold of whatever feature is your favorite. Other than that, there's Twitter and Discord down below if you want to get notified whenever we go live, as well as just join the community, my duderinos. But other than that, I want to thank you all again for joining me this evening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! And I'll try to be on somewhat earlier next time. I don't know how to say it's, I keep waking up at, like, noon, so it's really fucking hard for me to, like, start streaming at that point. I don't know how people do 12 hours of streaming a day. That would be ungodly boring. Not for me, but, like, for a lot of people. Let me see, do I have anyone for... I don't. Okay, well. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Looks like you have seen.